have not had the kind of leader that we need in this organization. And a leader, you know, from Dwight Clark to Butch Davis to George Kokinis. I mean, he just feels like there hasn't been that guy. That's why I think that fairly soon the Cleveland Browns are probably going to make an offer to Mike Holmgren to be that football czar, because he's a guy who they feel could be the leader that they have lacked. My opinion, nothing is in stone, but I think that's what's going to happen.
No, Mike's a great guy if it happens. We all wish him luck, having worked with him during the Super Bowl, obviously. And he'll need it in Cleveland. Speaking of luck and needing it, all you need to know about the 2009 Jets is that after 6 weeks of not being able to score when they needed to, today they were unable to let the other team score when they needed them to. The other team was Jacksonville, Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan. This is either the anthem or they know what's coming and they're nauseous already. Sanchez going in with 6 intercepts in 5 home games, or 7. Rashean Mathis on the first play from scrimmage, and he'd bring it back out to the Jags 45. Bad start. Maurice Jones-Drew, you'll see the numbers here. It was all him all day. Carries the ball 5 straight times. Scores from 33 yards out on the 5th rush at 7-zip, and he would eventually get out and push the broken down car. We mean this metaphorically because at 10-7 Jets in the second, Garrard's going nowhere in the sneak. Jones-Drew pushes him over for the first down. Wow. 4 plays later, now it is Maurice Jones-Drew blitz reader. He picks it up, and that will allow Gerard to take the ball up the gut, 11 yards for his 11th rushing touchdown. 14-10 Jacksonville, 21-13 the third. Sanchez, how's he doing? I don't want to look. Right to Quentin Groves, and then suddenly he tripped over Jimmy Hoffa. I know, there's no Jimmy Hoffa. I know, it's not really there. It's just an easy joke. I'm sorry, Jimmy. 21-16, Jacksonville in the 4th. Sanchez, there's been a Sean Green sighting, almost a touchdown. Gets it to the 1. Thomas Jones then pays it off. It's 22-21 Jets. They go for 2 and don't make it, leading to a singular finish. Garrard marches the Jags back down the field. 33 yards to Mercedes Lewis. Again, the Jets by 1. The ball's at the Jet 14. New York's used its last timeout. Trailing. Jones-Drew gets to the 1 and takes the knee. The Jets were intentionally trying to let him score. He intentionally refused to score. They run the clock down. 2 seconds left. Scooby-Doo's. And Jacksonville wins 24-22 in a game of chicken. That was not Brian Westbrook 2 years ago. Philly was winning that game. They were losing this one. Afterwards, Mr. Jones-Drew formally apologized to his fantasy league owners, says he's played that game, which is a coincidence because the Jets apologized to their owners but claimed they have never actually played this game.
Coach had taken a knee. Sorry to my fantasy owners. I apologize. I have myself today, so it was a tough call, but, you know, whatever it takes to get the victory, that's all that counts.
Smartest play of the game, a heads-up play. You know, we've practiced that situation on offense. If we ever get in that situation, we hope our guys do the same thing. But, I mean, that's an MVP play right there. And that is tough for some guys to do. But great play by him, very smart.
Jones-Drew drafted himself in his own league. We don't know how his team did because he didn't score his own touchdown. But, Peter, you talked to him afterwards, and there was much more to that play even than he let on in the soundbite?
Well, right before that play, he goes to the sidelines, and his running backs coach says to him, listen, if you get to near the goal line, we want you to take a knee at the 1 yard line. He goes, why? He said, because we're going to run out the clock. The Jets don't have any timeouts left, and we're going to kick a field goal. They won't have any time left. He said, okay. So he goes down and he takes the knee at the 1, and the Jets are saying, come on, score, get in there. And so he goes back to the huddle, and they say, hey, nice play. But he was so pleased after the game just because very rarely does Jack Del Rio say something to him like, good, smart play, but he said to him, good, smart play.
Let's go to the other end of that bad play here with the Jets. Let me go to that play that under 3 minutes to go that set up the Maurice Jones-Drew kneel down here. The Jets' lack of communication here, Tony.
Yeah, the Jets are ahead. Their defense is on the field. They've got to close the game out. And what you have is a 6 offensive lineman set, and this caused some confusion for the Jets secondary.
Yeah, coming off a bye week, it's inexcusable to have 2 veteran safeties miscommunicate with 2 weeks to prepare. Kerry Rhodes is not listening to Jim Leonard. 2 veteran safeties, and therefore Kerry Rhodes drops back. He's in out of position, and he catches the ball.
And this big play put it in field goal range. Now Jacksonville can win the game with a field goal. I credit Jack Del Rio for anticipating this. Rex Ryan might let us score. Maurice Jones-Drew don't score. Go down at the 1. I thought it was great coaching.
Yeah, in the NFL, you have to be able to kick a 20-yard field goal. In essence, that's what it was. You have to be able to not leave any time on the clock. Smart play by Jacksonville.
Beautifully done. Coming up, quarterback on quarterback. Peyton Manning talks with Bob Costas about Tom Brady. Everybody else has had a say. Let's hear Peyton's. That's next on Football Night in America.
Monday, every box opened, every corner turned. A surprise will be lurking.
Good things do come to those who wait.
New Heroes, Monday on NBC. Monday.
Body in the water, 4 o'clock.
The trauma they will never forget.
Do not push.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. New Trauma, Monday, 9/8 Central on NBC.
Do you know what just one car means to the people of Goodwill?
Just one car means homeless veterans can get the help they need to get back on their feet, get housing, get job training, and work.
Men and women who served our country. So when you donate, that one car really does make a difference in people's lives.
Always a free tow, and Goodwill handles all the paperwork.
Just think of what can happen when we get more than just one. Donate to the Goodwill Auto Auction.
Alamo Electronics is more than just an electronics store. It's the Tri-State's home entertainment destination. Low prices on LG flat-screen TVs at Alamo Electronics in Montgomery.
News 5, the only station giving you H1N1 facts, not fear. Connecting you to the experts, answering your questions, keeping you healthy.
That's News 5's commitment to you, bringing you the facts about H1N1 every newscast, every day, and on WLWT.com.
Jack Atherton and Cherie Palillo. News 5, Monday.
The true Tri-State tradition.
Please give to the Ruth Lyons Children's Fund.
Wherever you are, you're at the game. Live game day audio of every regular season game and live video of every Thursday night football game on NFL Network. NFL Mobile Live, only from Sprint.
Go to SI.com/vault and relive all the best moments from the Patriots and the Colts, the rivalry of the decade, as only SI could capture it. Get the covers that tell the story of the 2 quarterbacks who define their generation at SI.com/vault.
The Sunday night winning formula, presented by the Dollar Menu from McDonald's.
That's all she wrote.
The key to success in this rivalry.
It's over. It's over.
Over the middle, tipped and then intercepted.
Neutralize the quarterback.
He picked off Tom Brady. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Who will have the winning formula tonight?
He's going to be hit, but it's caught by the Patriots.
On Sunday Night Football.
At 33, Peyton Manning is now 3rd all-time in touchdown passes, 5th all-time in passing yards, tied for 4th in quarterback victories, and there's a good chance he'll eventually hold all those marks. Already on the short list of all-time great quarterbacks in NFL history, in his own era, Manning has often found himself compared to rival Tom Brady, who doesn't have the overall stats of Peyton Manning, even if he did break Peyton's single-season touchdown pass record in 2007. Brady, of course, also has 3 Super Bowl titles to Manning's 1. I spoke to the Colts quarterback about his counterpart with the Pats and the inevitable comparisons between them.
Tom Brady is 14-3 in postseason Super Bowl playoffs.
Yeah.
You're 7-8.
Yeah.
You and he are almost always compared for obvious reasons, but it's in the postseason that he has the edge,
right.
The 3 Super Bowls to 1. Where does Tom Brady rank?
Oh, well, I can't tell you where he ranks. I know how great of a quarterback he is and what a great leader he is. And certainly, you know, when the stakes are at its highest, that's when he seems to shine and make the most plays. And you see that clip at the end of the AFC Championship a few years ago. And I don't usually pray or, you know, during the game, but, you know, I just knew as soon as we scored, I said, oh, I can give Brady a minute 23. That's just way too much time. And, you know, and that's what everybody thinks is going to happen.
Exercising demons everywhere. Do you believe it? The Colts are headed to the Super Bowl.
And so I think when it doesn't happen, it's almost unfair to him. They go, yeah, it's minute 23, no timeouts. That's not hard. You should be able to do that. He's made the hard look easy. He's one of the best. I've never heard another player worried or talking about where they rank. I think you want to be the best teammate, and I think I hope my teammates would say I'm a good teammate. I know they would say about Brady, and that's just the way it is.
Is it possible to completely put aside Manning and Brady and have it just be Colts and Pats?
Well, I certainly during the week of practice, we know that and we talk about that. But our offense knows that, hey, we're going to have to score some points today. We can't think we're going to score 7 points and 10 points and beat New England. And I think you got to be careful trying to go into the game out dueling a guy. You'll end up hurting your team more than helping it.
The Colts are world champions for the first time since 1971.
We know that Super Bowls aren't the sole way or necessarily the most valid way to evaluate a quarterback. Jim Plunkett, who was a very, very good but not Hall of Fame quarterback, won 2. Brad Johnson, Jeff Hostetler, Trent Dilfer, Mark Rippon, all good, no disrespect intended. None as good as Dan Marino.
Right.
He won none.
Right.
They all won one.
Yeah.
And for a while you had none.
Sure, because I was always in that for so many years. I was in that. That was the description. Don't change how you describe me now that I've won one. I still defend Marino. I still defend Tarkenton, Jim Kelly, because all I know is how great quarterbacks they were. And I've seen guys change now when they've won one. They kind of say, all right, I'm out of that club. Now I'm in this new club. I kind of like being in the old club with just guys that just played their butts off every single Sunday. Jim Kelly, Marino, Tarkenton, John Stockton. You get guys not just in the NFL. I admire those guys for how long they played, how well they competed, how hard they competed. And that's really all I want to do every single Sunday at the end of the day, and win as many games as I can. And like I said, certainly every year try to win another championship.
Well, Chris, as always in these matchups between the Pats and the Colts, one of the questions is, can Bill Belichick come up with defensive schemes that can cause even a moment's indecision for Manning and maybe even the occasional rare mistake?
It really is the key to the football game. Can either one of these defenses, and remember both of them are very good, can they make these quarterbacks go to their second and third reads so that the pass rush has a chance to get there?
Can it be any closer? We've expressed in a number of ways already. To this point in this season, Brady, Manning, each with 16 touchdown passes, each with 5 interceptions.
No, and I think there are some football games you should just enjoy. There aren't going to be that many more times we get to see these two guys on the field against each other on the same night, and it's a special night.
I've seen you through the years at games, in the studio to talk about games. You're always excited about football, but I can tell that this one kicks it up a notch.
This will be a lot of fun, Bob.
All right, here we go. Up next, we'll get back to the highlights, including the showdown for first place in the AFC North between the Steelers and the Bengals. But first, it's time for today's Gillette Confidence in the Clutch play of the day. The Jaguars trailed by a point, the Jets were out of timeouts, and Maurice Jones-Drew had the presence of mind to kneel at the 1, allowing the Jags to run down the clock and then win the game with a field goal, while the Jets never touched the ball again. The Gillette Confidence in the Clutch play of the day. And we're back to Indy after this.
Hi, may I help you? Yes, we're looking to save on car insurance, even if that means we have to shop all day, right, honey?
Yep, all day.
Good thing you're starting here. We compare your Progressive Direct rate to other top companies, so you can save money. Look,
we saved a lot.
And quick, too.
And no more holding her purse.
It's a European shoulder bag.
It was a gift.
Shopping less and saving more. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Right now, Mrs. Jones is freeing herself from restrictive calling circles and switching her entire family to Sprint. That way, her daughter isn't limited to lame calling plans. Her son can talk all day long. And while on the Sprint network, if her husband pocket dials any mobile phone nationwide...
No, this is Flavor Flav. Who's this?
It's no big deal. Welcome to the Now Network. Get any mobile anytime for just $42.50 a month per line with unlimited text and data. And right now, buy a BlackBerry Curve for $49.99 and get a second one free. Sprint, the Now Network.
Hi. What can I get for $1?
That's yours.
How far can I get with this?
You can get out.
Hi. What can I get for this?
How about 2 sizzling 100% pure beef patties with all the amenities in a meaty, melty McDouble? Or maybe an irresistible McChicken, golden fries, or any of the fabulous dollar menu tastes that are always here for you, huh?
Wow. The dollar menu, every day, only at McDonald's.
We all have confidence. we all have doubt. But when the moment comes, what's gonna win? Here's to confidence.
I've been dreaming, I've dreamed.
Gillette helps you look, feel, be your best. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Our bottom line is not looking good.
We're losing customers left and right because DirecTV has the best HD picture for any flat screen.
And it's in full 1080p.
Look around. Someone at this table will not be here next week. It's me! Going to Barbados, folks. Good luck with that whole DirecTV HD thing. Sounds hard. See you later.
Switch from cable and get the best HD picture on your flat screen. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
We are less than an hour to kick off with the Patriots-Colts. Tom Brady set to battle his arch rival Peyton Manning once again. But first, back to the highlights. You could have seen every NFL game today if you had DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV to switch. Already we showed you how the Saints stayed undefeated, improving to a franchise-first 9-0 with a hard-fought win on the road over the Rams. Meanwhile, the 6-2 Broncos traveled east to Washington to take on the Redskins. Josh McDaniel's squad looking to reverse a 2-game losing streak. Keith?
And Mr. Orton and company, after those 6 straight wins, had been outscored 58-17 in the last 2. He's already gone up top once to Brandon Marshall, and he does it again. 75 yards. And Marshall could go almost or a significant percentage of the way. 14-7 Broncos. Now watch the Skins. It's a fake, like in the movie The Male Animal. First it's a field goal, then it's a punt, then it's a Hunter Smith 35-yard touchdown pass to Mike Sellers. Nice work. 14 all Skins in Denver. Orton, meanwhile, started 11 of 18, 193 yards, the 40-yarder, the 75-yarder bombs, and then he scrambles his ankle and would not return. And there has been a Chris Sims sighting. Chris will snatch defeat from the jaws of a tie. Looking again for Marshall, finding instead D'Angelo Hall. Oh, Sims 3 of 13 for 13 big yards for Denver. The ensuing Washington drive, it's Campbell. Devin Thomas goes 27 yards down to the 5. The Redskins, who have scored 17 points in 4 different games this year, are about to break the schneid. Liddell Betts in for the injured Clinton Portis, 114 yards in that one. And the touchdown, and Jim Zorn holding the place. Dan Snyder won't be getting him right between the eyes as Washington prevails by the final of 27-17. Kyle Orton, a lower leg injury, will be evaluated, says Mr. McDaniels. That's on page 329 of How to Coach by Bill Belichick. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh in the crucial game, and Chad Ochocinco and company lining up for the crucial divisional match against Troy Polamalu, who sat out the Week 3 loss to the Bengals with a sprained MCL and would wind up sitting out most of this one with a tweaked knee. Cedric Benson also got hurt after 7 carries, hip strain. 3-zip Pittsburgh. Here's Bernard Scott, but the guy to watch is number 3 in black, Jeff Reed. Hello, Jeff. Jeff is going to do one of the great mail-it-ins of all time right here. You fought a cop. You're wearing a helmet now. You're not on probation during games. Get a roll of stamps and mail it in. Russell Crowe shooting a resume tape applying for Jeff Reed's job. The story after this, though, was Cincinnati's quarterback pressure. That was Fanene, then Jones, then Fanene, nay. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Robert Gathers pays it off as Ben goes down big time. And then Roethlisberger down 9-6, or ahead 9-6, deflected by Morgan Trent, intercepted by Frosty Rucker. Frosty Rucker. It would lead to, of course, another field goal in this battle of 3-pointers. And the decisive one with Cincinnati up 15-12 at the 2-minute mark. Shane Graham from way downtown, 18-12. The Bengals celebrate, and you turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about? Last chance for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger under pressure yet again. Throws a Frosty Rucker incomplete. 18-12, the Bengals beat the Steelers. The war of 18-12. The Bengals have now swept the Steelers and the Ravens. 5-0 in the division, 5-0 on the road, but don't tell Carson Palmer. He doesn't want to hear about it. No.
Everybody's going to be patting us on the back right now and telling us how good we are. And we're not good enough to win the Super Bowl right now. We have a long way to go. We're not good enough to make a dominant playoff run. We have a long way to go, and we can't start thinking about stuff like that.
Dan and everybody on what Carson Palmer said, but first, a quick impression of Jeff Reed and the tackle right there. Stop. Dan?
Time now to simplify the game, brought to you by Windows 7. What do you think of Carson Palmer's comments after
As
the game?
a player on that team, you get excited to see your quarterback step up like that after sweeping the Pittsburgh Steelers and taking that type of leadership role, Coach.
I agree. Great step up by Carson, but I'm more excited about their defense. Those guys won the game for them today. They out-defense Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
But you're looking at a team that, what would they have done in prior games against Pittsburgh, and what did they do today differently?
They relied on their rush, and they just relied on basic football. The biggest play of the game, 4th down, they've got to stop the Steelers with a minute left. In the past, you would have seen some type of exotic blitz from the Bengals, but they just took Jonathan Joseph man-to-man, Morgan Trent man-to-man, Leon Hall man-to-man, rushed 4 guys and said, we're going to cover these guys. And you can see right here when Roethlisberger has to throw, there is no one open, and that was the big thing.
But you talk about the coverage. I'm talking about the pass rush. Now, in the past, the Cincinnati Bengals haven't been able to get to the quarterback. Here, they're getting at Ben Roethlisberger. They hit him all day in his face, not allowing him to get out the pocket, allowing his legs to make plays.
He did it with 4 guys all day.
And this is a team that already has more sacks this year than they did all of last year. The Bengals will be in Oakland coming up next weekend. The Patriots and Colts, they're coming up in a little more than a half hour from now. Coming up next, Tony and Rodney will tell you about 2 key players in tonight's game, plus more Week 10 highlights. You're watching Football Night in America.
Simplify the game, brought to you by Windows 7.
Hi, I'm Steve. A while ago, I had this idea. All the stuff in my house should just work together. Well, Windows 7 comes out, and you know what? Now it does. Now documents from my work PC can print over there, and music from that computer, we can listen to on that computer. The stuff we watch over here, we can watch over here. My little ideas come to life. I know I shouldn't take all the credit, but it's my house. Hey, get off the table. I'm a PC, the Windows 7 was my idea.
What's your Cialis moment?
When she gives me that look.
When at last we're alone.
When we both decide.
Today, guys with erectile dysfunction can be ready with another dosing option from Cialis. Cialis for daily use is a clinically proven low-dose tablet you take every day, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. So relax and take your time.
Tell your doctor about your medical condition and all medications, and ask if you're healthy enough for sexual activity. Don't take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injuries, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, stop taking Cialis and call your doctor right away.
Today, you have options. Cialis for daily use or 36-hour Cialis. Ask your doctor if Cialis is right for you, so when the moment is right, you can be ready.
Oh, thank goodness you're back.
What's going on, sir?
We're slammed. Tons of people interested in all the money they could be saving by switching to Geico.
Yeah, of course.
Boy, did we miss you last week. That temp wasn't working out at all.
Took me all morning, but I got those quarterly figures for you.
Oh, he ate all my mints.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
In 2 days, Star Trek is on DVD and Blu-ray.
What kind of training do you have?
Fencing. Buckle up. Star Trek. Own it on DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday.
You've got some pretty important reasons to eat better. So now, 23 Campbell's Chunky Soups have 100% lean meat and a full serving of vegetables. A man's got to eat. He just wants to eat better. Campbell's Chunky.
Football Night in America is brought to you by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Hearty, delicious, nutritious. By Gillette, the best a man can get. By Zales. And by CNBC and CNBC.com. First in business worldwide.
Last week against Houston, Dallas Clark caught a career-high 14 passes. He leads the Colts with 60 catches this year. That's second in the league to the Giants' Steve Smith. Meanwhile, if you want to know what's happening around the NFL, there's really only one place to go, Pro Football Talk at NBCSports.com. Among the headlines there right now, Cedric Benson's hip injury might bring Larry Johnson to Cincinnati. The Players Association is going to Cleveland for a closer look at player complaints against Eric Mangini and why calls for change are beginning to blow through the Windy City. Jay Cutler coming off that 5-interception performance in San Francisco this past Thursday night. Here in Indianapolis, the Patriots are going to be thin on the defensive line. Ty Warren will sit out with a right ankle injury, and Jarvis Green will miss his second straight game after knee surgery. Meanwhile, Patriots veteran running back Kevin Falk getting ready, and we're ready to send it back to New York. Tony Dungy has vivid memories of Kevin Falk, and they're not all good. He used to give him fits. Let's go to New York.
All right, Bob, thank you. What was it about Kevin Falk? If I'm thinking of all the players the Patriots have, why did he make you lose sleep?
No, Bob's absolutely right, because you double Randy Moss, things to put in, try to stop Wes Welker, and Kevin Falk is a great player, especially in the passing game. Very, very underrated, quick guy. This is what we call a halfback option. Kevin Falk is the primary receiver. Brady's going to him all the way. He's coming out, and he's got linebacker Gary Brackett on him. He can beat him outside or inside. He can go anywhere he wants. Brady is going to come to him. Kevin makes this move, makes a big catch, and this is what he's done to the Colts forever. Now, zone coverage, that allows him to chip Dwight Freeney, help out on the pass rush. Brady sees its zone. He's going to look the linebackers off, make them think he's throwing to his right, but he's going to come back to Falk all the way, who just sits down, and this is what he does so well, make people miss.
So this is designed where he looks like he's going to chip Freeney, and then he's still the go-to guy.
Take out late and coming to him all the way.
And all the games you played against the Colts, the one guy that kept you up at night?
Dallas Clark. Dallas Clark is the guy. Belichick will walk into that defensive meeting. The first thing he would say is, Dallas Clark is not a tight end. He's a third wide receiver. You cannot cover Dallas Clark with the linebacker. He's absolutely too fast. He runs great routes, and he flies right past Gerard Mayo. You have to cover him with the safety because, Coach, they align him everywhere on the field, and you just never know exactly where he's going to be.
Yeah, if they know Mayo's got him all the time, this is what they'll do. Rather than put him in a tight end position, they'll flex him out wide. Get Mayo out in space somewhere where he's not used to being, out of that box, and now they can do a lot of different things. Here, Reggie Wayne's going to pick him, and again, being a linebacker, he's just not used to covering a wide receiver out in space. Easy throw for Peyton to see this and see Dallas coming wide open. You don't believe they can cover him with a linebacker.
Yeah, but the one thing I tell you, Dan, first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter, this guy, he's chasing me around. I look at him in the fourth quarter, and I say, Dallas, do you ever get tired? He looks at me and he says, nope.
Now, if you do cover him with a safety, this is what the Colts may do. Try to come after that little safety man with a big offensive lineman.
And this was the favorite play that the Colts wanted to run. They saw me playing a big nickel, which is five defensive backs, and they wanted to run. And you guys, and that was probably on you, wanted to run on me against a 330-pounder.
They've got 37 on him. Let's bring Dallas in tight and run right at 37.
I still thought it was amazing. You said that Dallas Clark may start the game at running a 4.640. He ends the game at running a 4.640.
He really does. He practices so hard. He's in great condition, and he loves it.
Keith?
Conversation is better than the game I'm about to show you highlights of. I don't know why we interrupted it, but in Oakland, the Chiefs and the Raiders met again. Didn't they do this already? Second play of the scoreless game. Michael Bush breaks free, 60 yards down the far line there to the 5. He'd have 118 yards, and you're thinking, okay, I understand the Raider running game now. No, you don't. Fargas had the touchdown. The Chiefs down 10-3. Gamble on 4th and 1. Jamal Charles. Listen to the power in those thighs. 103 yards. Jamal Charles, and we're tied at 10. 16-10 Kansas City. The Raiders driving for the winning score. Bruce Gradkowski is the new Jamarcus Russell. Intercepted. Gradkowski is, by the way, an anagram for redonkulous. The Chiefs win. They're now 2-7. Castle had 216 yards. Russell 9 of 24, and Gradkowski 4 of 8. Dan has an interesting game.
I do. Seattle in Arizona. Kurt Warner 5 TDs last week, 5 picks 2 weeks ago. Which one would show up? After Seattle stopped the Cards, 4th and goal, Matt Hasselbeck to TJ Hushmanzada. And a 15-yard face mask penalty on Bryant McFadden at the end of the play would lead to a Justin Forsett 11-yard touchdown run. Hasselbeck is not done. He finds one of the more underrated tight ends, John Carlson, 14-0 Seattle. Kurt Warner comes back. Steve Breston, 14-7 Seattle. Kurt Warner then to Anquan Bolden. Bolden, deactivated last week, but very active this week. Horse collar tackle at the end of the play on Jordan Babineau. And Beanie Wells, the former Buckeye, 13-yard touchdown run. And it's 24-20 Arizona. Go figure out this team. They can win on the road, have trouble winning at home. Larry Fitzgerald, 31-20 Arizona. Kurt Warner threw for over 300 yards today for the 51st time in his career. Kurt Warner threw his 200th career touchdown pass in this game as well. Still to come, more highlights from Week 10, including the Cowboys and the Packers. But first, let's check in with the Sears Ultimate Home Tailgate Sweepstakes.
Hello from Indianapolis, where Sears and NBC have given the Bunces the ultimate football family room. Talk about tonight's key matchups, Mark.
Well, that Samsung big screen matches up real nice with the one I got over there.
How will you handle the huge rush of people?
With all this great stuff from Sears, we're going to throw a Sunday night party that's off the chain!
What does off the chain mean, Billy?
No clue, Mike, but I love the popcorn machine. Thanks, Blue Crew.
Sears and NBC want to help you create your own football family room. Go to NBCSports.com/Sears to enter for your chance to win.
Some people just know how to build things well. Give you and your loved ones an expertly engineered Mercedes-Benz at the winter event going on now. But hurry, the offer ends soon.
$5 for a sub? But no drink, no chips? Ain't no chance to win Madden NFL 10? Man, that's rough in the wallet. Now this is a total package.
2 pieces of Kentucky grilled chicken,
a side, biscuit, and a Madden NFL cup.
You catch all that?
You know I did. Colonel, I'm a fan.
Still think a $5 sub is a great deal? A $5 Madden NFL box. Choose from 6 KFC favorites with a side and a Madden NFL cup. Now I'm a fullback. Unthink. Taste the unsub side of KFC.
When you need it fast, get it fast.
Sarah, you're home!
On the nation's fastest 3G network, AT&T. Now get 50% off these Samsung touchscreen phones after mail-in rebate, only from AT&T.
You know why so many people love to fly Southwest Airlines?
Southwest has the lowest fares.
Low fares. The lowest fares.
Grab your bag. Right now, fly Southwest Airlines to select destinations starting at $59 one way.
Bags fly free. That's what we're known for.
Free, 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 free.
Bags fly free only on Southwest, so our low fares stay low.
It's so low, you gotta go.
Grab your bag. It's on.
In 2 days, Star Trek is on DVD and Blu-ray.
What kind of training do you have?
Fencing. Buckle up. Star Trek. Own it on DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday.
It's not enough that you see the game. You gotta feel, hear, own every move. Be so close to it. You're knocked over on every play.
Presenting the Samsung LED TV. Real 240 hertz clarity. In your face LED brilliance.
The NFL, that's how I see it.
The Samsung LED TV. It's football in hyper-real.
This week, Jay's got Twilight's Dakota Fanning. And Monday, hey, it's Twilight's Taylor Lautner. Plus, headlines that'll pump you up.
Look at it before. In just 6 weeks, you can become an African American.
Yeah, that's what you call all new. And so is Jay, all week on NBC.
Back with Football Night in America. It's time for Sprint Sunday Night Now. And right now, fast approaching latest chapter in the NFL's greatest modern rivalry, featuring the league's 2 headline players. Peyton Manning, who's been spectacular in leading the Colts to 17 consecutive regular season wins. Tom Brady, 7-3 in 10 career starts against the Colts. You can catch all the action from down on the field tonight with Sunday Night Football Extra Sideline Camera presented by Sprint. We'll get you back to Indy for more commentary about this. Also, we'll have Tony Dungy and Rodney Harrison giving us their picks with the quarterbacks and the game tonight. Now we go to
an amazing and disturbing stat for the Philadelphia Eagles as they reach San Diego, Dan. In their last 10 games decided by a touchdown or less, they had won once. Donovan McNabb with that San Diego kind of West Coast, where did I park my car feeling. Phillip Rivers at home, 22-6 as a starter in home games. So where does he go first? Jackson? Maybe Tomlinson? Mike Tolbert. 20-yard touchdown, 7-zip Chargers. The San Diego defense kept the Eagles quiet throughout the first half. 3rd and goal, 14-0. Eldra Buckley is stuffed. They get a field goal from Akers. Brent Selleck is stopped, and head came up. Oh, no, it's just a helmet. Bad news for the Eagles. Brian Westbrook has just returned, or Brian Westbrook would not return after this. Reportedly, another concussion. And you know what we're talking about here. Sit him down. It's not worth it. 14-6 San Diego in the third. LT, second TD of the game from 20 yards out, 146 in his career. He drifts past Marcus Allen into third place on the all-time TD list, and it's 21-6 Chargers. Philadelphia with a furious late comeback, gets to it in 28-16. Now McNabb to Suddick, 6 yards, 28-23. The Eagles within 5. The Chargers score. Last chance. McNabb up top, but it's Antonio Cromartie's ball. And the Chargers have beaten Philadelphia at 31-23, despite, look at the number in the upper left-hand corner, 450 yards on 55 attempts and 35 completions for McNabb. Phillip Rivers only did not complete 5 passes out of 25 attempted, and Tomlinson at a season-high 96 yards and the 2 touchdowns. Yep.
Sprint Sunday Night Now continues. Bob Costas in Indianapolis, where the Patriots and the Colts set to resume a decade-long battle that has produced some tremendous moments. The NFL Now, only from Sprint, only on the Now Network. Bob?
Dan, if every era of pro football has a defining rivalry, well, there's no debate that the matchup that's defined this decade is New England-Indianapolis. Tonight is the 14th time the Patriots and Colts have met since 2000. The Pats hold the edge 8-5, and they've won 2 of the 3 playoff games. But numbers alone don't do justice to this story. One has gone to the Super Bowl 4 times and won it 3. The other has the decade's best overall record and an impressive run of 6 consecutive seasons with at least 12 victories.
The Colts are headed to the Super Bowl.
And of course, there are the 2 greatest quarterbacks of the era, both among the greatest ever.
The record they thought would never be broken has been broken.
Touchdown pass number 50, an NFL record. Who's better, the Pats or the Colts? It would have been an ongoing debate, even if their paths had seldom crossed. But as it happened, they often have. In 2001, Tom Brady's first NFL start came at home against Indy, and the unheralded kid out of Michigan led the Pats to a 44-13 win. It was the first of 6 straight Patriot wins over the Colts, including November of 2003, when both teams were 9-2, entering a showdown at the RCA Dome likely to determine home field advantage in the playoffs. Touchdown! Indianapolis rallied from a 21-point deficit, but in the end, the New England defense stymied Manning and the Colts at the goal line.
Takes the snap, gives it to Andrew, and he didn't make it.
That year, and the next, the road to the Super Bowl would go through Foxborough.
The fireworks go off. The crowd goes wild.
Each time, the Colts' explosive offense was silenced. Each time, their season ended at the hands of the eventual champs.
It's over, and the Patriots are going to Pittsburgh for the AFC Championship.
By January of 2007, Indy was still without a title, but they'd managed to secure home field in the AFC Championship game. At halftime, though, it appeared that advantage would go for naught.
And now the pressure mounts on Peyton Manning and the offense.
But Manning rallied, leading to one of the most exciting halves of playoff football ever played.
Looks for Dan Klecko. He's got it. Touchdown! We'll give it to Joseph right up the middle. Touchdown! An incredible second half comeback.
And ultimately, catharsis for the Colts.
The Colts are world champions!
10 months later, the Pats were the ones on a record pace with their own high-powered attack, setting up one of the most anticipated regular season games in memory. The undefeated defending Super Bowl champs against their undefeated arch rivals.
Fires down the middle. It's caught by Falk. He drives it in. Touchdown! He's going to be hit, but it's caught by the Patriots. And that's it. The Patriots have come from behind.
Over the last 10 years, you could spin it any number of ways. Northeast, Midwest. Straight shooter versus rule bender. Matinee idol against gridiron master. Tonight, The battle resumes in Indy. Two teams that have achieved sustained excellence, set to write another chapter in the best pro football rivalry of the decade.
Who's the better quarterback?
Best pure passing quarterback in the league is Peyton Manning. But if I'm down 4 points with a minute left, I got to go with Tom Brady.
What do you think?
I love Peyton Manning, and I think Peyton Manning's great in those situations, too. We were in Tampa down 21 with 3 minutes to go, and he won the game for me. I want him to have the ball.
Is there anything that Brady does better than Peyton Manning?
I think Tom Brady's a great leader, and the thing that I was impressed with when we got Adam Vinatieri, and he told me about how Tom practices, how he leads that team, I've just got a lot of respect for Tom Brady.
Let me ask you that question again. Is there anything that Tom Brady does better than Peyton Manning?
Not that I can
think. He finishes. I'll tell you, he finishes. He finished the last
a lot of games, too.
But Tom Brady has 3 championship rings.
Troy Aikman has 3, too. I don't know that he's better than Brett Favre.
What if we change teams here? What if I put Peyton on the Patriots? How many Super Bowls does he have?
I think he's going to win the same 3.
What do you think?
Well, you got to look at what Tom Brady was dealing with. He had good receivers, but he didn't have Pro Bowl receivers. Peyton had Pro Bowl receivers, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne.
Peyton might have made those guys Pro Bowl receivers.
Can you guys agree on anything here?
Yeah, well, I can agree. I can agree.
Exactly, right there. Protecting the quarterback's blind side is the #1 goal of any offensive line, and few, if any, do it better than the unit that lines up in front of Peyton Manning. That concept has become a movie, and this segment of Football Night in America is brought to you by The Blind Side, starring Sandra Bullock, in theaters everywhere this Friday.
Michael's grades have improved enough that he can go out for spring football in March.
1, 2, 3. This team is your family, Michael. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back. Are you going to protect the family, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
SJ, you're going to want to get this.
The Packers haven't done such a good time protecting the blind side for Aaron Rodgers. Segue. He'd been sacked a league-high 37 times even before he met last season's league leader, DeMarcus Ware. Tony Romo with 13 straight wins in the month of November. This is November. He had 1,225 yards and 9 touchdowns in the last 4-game win streak. But Nick Barnett stops by to say, hello. And it's a loss of 10. Scoreless through the first quarter. Scoreless late in the first half. Romo to Roy Williams. Charles Woodson pops the ball loose. Clay Matthews jumps on it. Dallas's first 10 possessions, 6 punts, 2 fumbles, 1 interception, 5 3-and-outs. And Barnett's his new BFF. Hey, what happened? 3-zip Green Bay, 2 minutes left in the third. Aaron Rodgers to Donald Lee. 2 plays later, Aaron Rodgers to Jordy Nelson. Almost into frozen tundra heaven. To the 1. And now the keeper, 10-0 Packers, Rodgers. It is still that score in the fourth. Romo is sacked by Charles Woodson, fumbles. Felix Jones seems to have it, can't hold on. Clay Matthews recovers, takes it to the Dallas 3. The Cowboys try to challenge. They say Jones had recovered, but recovery in the field of play is not reviewable. No matter what the replay might have told you, it's not reviewable. 10-zip, still the same score, 10:53 left. Rodgers to Spencer Havner, 17-zip. And the Packers are trying not only to beat the Cowboys, but shut them out. Romo intercepted at the goal line with 6 minutes left by Woodson. They would get the touch later. Romo to Williams to avert the shutout, but the final is 17-7 Packers. They're now 6-1 versus the Pokes at Lambeau. So much for Romo's record-tying 13-0 record in November. It's all over. Tiki Barber is at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And Tiki, this version of the Cowboys-Packers matchup, not exactly the Ice Bowl.
No, it's not exactly the Ice Bowl. The Green Bay Packers come away with the win just like they did, but for the first half of this one, it was really the inept bowl with both teams come away with 3 points and 5 sacks between the two of them. But in the second half, the Green Bay Packers defense did a lot more, made some very big plays, and as Aaron Rodgers talked to us after the game, their offense did just enough.
We got the ball in their territory. Our defense did a great job tonight, put us in great situations. Offensively, we struggled. They're a great defense, and we just kept plugging away, staying with the run, the short passes, and eventually we had a couple big third downs on our long drive to put us up 2 scores, and our defense, took us home.
It's only the midway point in the season, but this win was big for you guys playoff-wise. What does it mean for the team?
Well, it's great. A lot of people were down on us this week saying we were out of it, and we believed in each other, and now we're right back where we want to be.
I think today we brought it a little more. And guys played their assignments the way they needed to play it today. So hats off to the guys for going out there and coming off a tough loss last week, coming in here today and being fundamental and getting the job done.
And Keith, when you look at the Dallas Cowboys after this game, they have to be scratching their heads. After 3 straight wins after their bye week, they come back and look very inadequate on offense, get nothing done except for a meaningless touchdown at the end of the game, which prevented them from being shut out for the first time since 2003. Keith, back to you.
Tiki Barber in Green Bay. Thanks, Teak. And Aaron Rodgers and Charles Woodson apparently had their hats attacked by birds during that game, or perhaps those were drop claws from painters. Dan?
All right, Kale. Let's look at this one play in particular, because we were watching the game as this was unfolding, and you said as soon as it was unfolding with Tony Romo, he's got to understand there's somebody on his blind side.
He has to see this. Charles Woodson had a phenomenal game, but what they do, they line him up in the slot, and he comes a lot. He blitzes from there. And the giveaway is going to be these 2 safeties. As they move over to protect Woodson so he can blitz, Tony Romo has to see this. And you see the safeties start to cheat down. Woodson is coming. And Romo is looking over here for Roy Williams. He's going to run a double move, a route that takes a long time. The pressure is beating down on him. He's got to see that. There's no one to block Woodson. The quarterback has to know who's coming from the blind side.
But go back a little bit here, because you're saying this should have been decided before the play even started.
Well, he's got to know something is up when these safeties start to cheat over. That's the tip-off that Woodson might be coming. He's got to check that. And his receiver, Patrick Creighton, saw it. He breaks hot there. He's saying, Tony, you got to throw this ball. You're going to get hit.
But he doesn't even look over there.
He never sees it. He's looking at Williams all the way, doesn't understand his blind side is being threatened.
Yeah, but
and then the fumble, and this really turned the game, took it from a 10-point game to 17.
It wasn't a good day for the NFC East. You know, you have Redskins game, you have the Eagles, they lose, and then you have the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Handicap this division right now.
Well, it's been one thing after another, and actually the Giants did the best by not playing today.
Yeah, well, the Redskins, though, they played well, though.
Redskins did. Yeah. They sure did.
All right, up next, Tony and Rodney will take you inside the key matchups for tonight's game. Patriots-Colts coming up. This segment of our show brought to you by the movie Blindside, starring Sandra Bullock, in theaters everywhere this Friday. Here's another look at the film.
The word is out. The Blindside is a hit.
Wow. We're in the middle of practice, Leanne.
You can thank me later.
It's an inspiring and extraordinary true story.
I like that.
Funny, hugely entertaining.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Sandra Bullock is a surefire Oscar contender.
Then go have some fun.
You're going to crush some people.
The Blindside shows future sports movies how it's done.
Wow. What did I tell you?
Sandra Bullock, The Blindside. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday.
You've got some pretty important reasons to eat better. So now, 23 Campbell's Chunky Soups have 100% lean meat and a full serving of vegetables. A man's got to eat. He just wants to eat better. Campbell's Chunky.
Jeep. Knowing that every day, I have a choice to make. Between watching the clock and occasionally my back. Or I can greedily, rightfully, seize every ticking moment and never give one of them back. I live, I ride, I am Jeep.
Hey, Pete. Hey, Bob. What's up? Oh, I just talked to someone at Fidelity about saving for my kids' college. Huh. What's this? Well, that's how I'm going to get there. It's guidance. Oh, so maybe I should follow it, too. No, it doesn't work that way, Pete. You see, this is my own personalized plan. You got to get one that's right for you.
Okay, but I can still walk along it while we talk, right?
Yeah, come on.
Whatever your destination, Fidelity has the people, guidance, and investments to help you find your way. Fidelity Investments. Turn here.
We're going to do it like this. $5 foot long. That's not, no, it's $5. $5 foot. Right, no, and it's $5 foot long. It's $3.
It's a 30-second commercial.
Is he directing this now?
I was doing it right, wasn't I?
Build your Subway famous $5 footlong like a spicy Italian stacked your way from the bread up with the meats, cheeses, and veggies you want. Your flavors on.
$5 footlong.
Welcome to the Now Network, only from Sprint, population 49 million. Right now, 180,000 people following 100 NFL players aren't receiving a single tweet. Surprise, surprise, they're playing football. 34,000 Sprint NFL mobile live users are making a last-second fantasy substitution. And another, and another. I got this, for real. And 1,600 players are using 15 miles of tape to protect 23 body parts on game day. For more NFL Now, join 1.5 million NFL mobile live users. Text NFL to 7777. Only from Sprint, the Now Network.
Back in Indianapolis, the Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning debate is front and center whenever these teams meet. And this week, Andrea Kramer has spoken with all 20 living Hall of Fame quarterbacks asking for their choice. She'll reveal the results just before kickoff, or you can go to NBCSports.com right now for a sneak peek. But of course, if you do, you won't be giving your complete attention to Keith Olbermann, which is what I now plan to do. Keith?
Thank you, Bob. I also wonder what Joe Namath said when she asked him. All right, it's Sunday night, football night in America, Sunday's best, or something like that. We'll start with the Bengals and the Steelers. Bernard Scott, the first rookie for the Bengals to run one back since '76. Jeff Reed with the worst play of the day, number 3 on the right. You will not be arrested. No touching rules. Wave at him, distract him, do something. The Bengals are about to sweep the Steelers. The last chance, Big Ben sacked 4 times. The Bengals have beaten Steelers 18-12 to the joy of Cincinnati. Jags and Jets, it was all mojo. First drive, Maurice Jones-Drew 33-yard run. Then with time running out, Jets are out of timeouts. Jags are down by 1. Jones-Drew rushing in. They're getting out of his way. They wanted to score, so he takes a knee at the 1. The Jags then run down the clock and kick the game-winning field goal. He apologized to his fellow fantasy league owners. Titans and the Bills, Chris Jones, 100 yards on the ground, 100 more receiving. Tennessee 41, Buffalo 17, Titans 3-0 with Vince Young at the helm. The Lions and the Vikings, after they gave the Lions a few chances, Brett Favre a lot to Sidney Rice, 344 yards, 27-10 Minnesota. And the Eagles and the Chargers. Phillip Rivers ices this one, 20 yards to Legadou Nane, who says, "Miss, I believe this is yours. Do you know Jonathan Fanene?" Cowboys and the Packers, almost a shutout for Green Bay at home. Romo sacked by Charles Woodson. Clay Matthews ultimately recovers it, takes it back to the Dallas 3. It was not reviewable. And then the Packers take advantage. Rodgers to Havener, and Green Bay has beaten Dallas and Tony Romo in November 17-7. And Coach Rodney.
Time now for game plan guidance presented by Fidelity Investments. And who better to dive into the topic than the former Colts coach Tony Dungy and Rodney Harrison, who spent 6 seasons as a defensive back for the Patriots. All right, let's look at the keys of the game here. When the Patriots have the ball, what's Bill Belichick concerned with?
He's worried about Dwight Freeney. He's the only guy that Bill Belichick was worried about on that defense. He came into the meeting room. He said, if you don't block this guy, he's capable of ruining the entire game for us.
What do you think?
Well, Rodney's exactly right. We're going to see a play where you see how much respect they give Dwight Freeney. They're going to put a tight end right in front of him, make him line up inside or out to try to disrupt him right away, and then they're going to actually slide the whole line that way. You see the whole line coming this way, so the left guard can eyeball him too if he does come inside. But what that does, it gives Robert Mathis a one-on-one. He's on the island with the right tackle, and Robert becomes a guy now who gets pressure, but it's all based on what the Patriots are trying to do blocking Freeney.
And also, they got to get pressure on Brady because you got 2 rookie cornerbacks there. So is Brady, how does he take advantage of that?
Well, hopefully by blocking those guys up. If he does, they'll be able to torch that secondary.
All right, what about when the Colts have the ball?
Well, disguise is most important. The defensive line as well as the linebackers. You have to put pressure on Peyton Manning up the middle. You have to force him outside the pocket, coach, and make him throw off that back leg.
That's what the Patriots have always tried to do, confusion and pressure inside. A lot of 5-man rushes, a lot of things to disrupt the middle of the pocket for Peyton. You're going to see the outside backers come, and this is going to force Peyton to step up the middle, but they've got a defensive line stunt. Normally, Peyton really likes this. He's going to step up and see that field, but the stunt closes it off, and they get the sack there. This is something, too, a wrinkle that you're going to see. Looks like 4 down linemen and everybody playing man-to-man in a true nickel defense. But it turns into, after the snap, something different. Only 3 men rush. Adelius Thomas, who started out as a linebacker, he is coming. The linebackers drop into zone. Adelius actually is spying Joseph Adai. It looks like zone coverage. He thinks he's got Adai on the outlet. but Thomas is there to make the tackle. That's that confusion that Rodney was talking about.
Okay, Belichick always plans something for the Colts. You take the Polaroid pictures, and how often is Peyton going to study those Polaroids before he gets an idea?
I think that may be the biggest part of the game tonight. After the first and second series, Peyton will be over there looking at those still pictures. What are they doing? How are they covering Dallas Clark? What defenses are they in? What adjustments can the Colts make?
Take us into the Patriots locker room. What's Belichick saying to his troops?
Well, not necessarily today, but Saturday night, 24 hours before the game, I can guarantee you Bill Belichick told these guys you were up 21-3 in 2006 in the AFC Championship, and the Indianapolis Colts came back and they won that game. He's preaching patience, but he's preaching 60 minutes, finish the game.
What's Jim Caldwell saying?
Same thing. Last night, he told them this is what's at stake. Home field advantage throughout the playoffs. If we win this game, nobody's going to catch us.
You seem nervous.
I am.
You feel like
he's got that nervous energy.
Any predictions here?
We're going to win.
Well, who's we?
The Patriots are going to win.
Colts by 7.
Colts. All right, there you go. We're done with the talk here. Let's go back out to Bob. Final word in Indianapolis, Bob.
All right, Dan, I guess it comes down to this. If the Colts win it, they're 9-0 and on track to be the #1 seed in the conference. On the other hand, if the Patriots win it, they move to within a game of Indy with the tiebreaker, obviously, by virtue of a head-to-head win. So that's what's at stake. The week of hype is over. The game is at hand. Coming up, Brady, Manning, Michaels, Collinsworth, but nobody does nothing until Faith Hill has her say. Enjoy it all, and we'll see you at halftime.
Tuesday, it's makeover day on The Biggest Loser.
I'm so excited.
Plus, an exclusive look at The Blind Side starring Sandra Bullock and the weight loss story of its star. New Biggest Loser at a special time this Tuesday, 8:30, 7:30 Central on NBC.
An oil change? That can wait. It's not a big deal. I mean, I can do it now, do it in a few months. What's the worst that can happen, right?
Every once in a while, a book comes along that can change your life, or at least your oil. Introducing the Jiffy Lube Savings Book with over $150 in money-saving coupons on all kinds of preventive maintenance. The best-selling book you don't even have to buy.
Check out the texting phones I got the kids.
Oh, those are great. What's that?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, what is that?
Surprise! That's the expensive texting plan that came with the phones. Go to Cincinnati Bell and get your kids cool phones. And a texting plan that'll fit your budget.
Wow.
Cincinnati Bell has texting phones for as low as $9.99 and unlimited texting plans for only $5 a month. Cincinnati Bell, right here for you.
Again?
The La Rosas know that when you do something new, it has to be great. Take our new classic specialty pizzas. Not one, but 11 amazing tastes that only La Rosas could bring you. Like the classic Big 4 Pick 4, the robust Chicken Bacon Ranch, or our new Hawaiian Deluxe Pizza. Full of flavor, full of toppings, and a large is just $15.99.
They're our tastiest pizzas at a pretty tasty price.
La Rosa's new classic specialty pizzas. Real flavor from real family recipes.
There's a confidence in their faces that comes from switching to Toyota. They place a high value on Tundra's engineering excellence that benefits them in the long run. They've chosen to make Tundra their truck because it's capable, reliable, and they know a good thing when they see it. Now, get 1.9 financing plus $1,000 cash back. Toyota Tundra is winning over some very tough customers. Ask someone you know who drives one.
Jay Leno at 10.
News 5 at 11, Monday.
Wherever you are, you're at the game. Live game day audio of every regular season game.
Corner of the end zone, touchdown.
And live video of every Thursday night football game on NFL Network. NFL Mobile Live, only from Sprint. You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
In February, the world will gather in the spectacular city of Vancouver as the brightest stars in winter sports compete for country in pursuit of Olympic gold.
Westcott with the goal.
The 21st Olympic Winter Games. Live this February on the networks of NBC.
For mid-November, it doesn't get any better. In Indianapolis tonight, the New England Patriots come to town to face the Colts on Sunday Night Football.
Get out your seats. It's all about now. It's the game of the week. The NFL stars are out and shining bright. It's the Pats versus Colts, a heavyweight fight. Get ready, it's about to get wild. Sunday Night Football is now.
All right, Sunday